Hi, this is a quick live stream video, just really to check how the live streaming goes for YouTube because I'm new to YouTube. Um, so this is my first video, not the first video, but this is my first video introducing the content that I'm going to be uploading from now on, which is hidden history, Tartarian mudflood in New Zealand, and wherever else I choose over the realm. It's took me a long time of awakening on my journey to finally decide to do some videos on the subject. So, my name's Neil. I live in New Zealand, in Blenheim. I moved to New Zealand coming on for 8 years ago, in 2014, from England, hence the accent. And it wasn't until about 2016, 2017, I had an awakening, shall we say. And from then on, it's just been, it's not taken over my life, but it's taken over my perspective. I can't watch normal television anymore. What I don't call it normal anyway, but what other people would call normal television, mainstream television. I can't watch it. It just makes me cringe. I can't be doing with all these people that are paid to lie to us anymore. I just can't be doing with it. So all I watch is all alternative media. I do my research. I think for myself. I don't buy into anybody who's making any claims. Don't get me wrong, I used to. When I first started out and I started on my journey, you kind of put yourself into a box and you start to look at people's information and you're like, oh yeah, I can resonate with that, but you don't actually know that it's real. You can't. There's no hardcore. There's no tangible evidence that they can produce to prove that any of it's real, if you know what I'm talking about. So eventually, some years down the track, I discovered, about two and a half years ago, I discovered the Tartarian side of things and hidden history. And you know what? It blew my freaking mind. It absolutely blew my freaking mind. Because I always knew that there was something off with the story that they told us about how the buildings come to be in our realm. You know, you only have to look at these old buildings and you just know that there's no way on God's earth that they could have made those buildings in the time frames, in the period of which they're telling us. There's just no way. When you literally sit down and think about it, there's just no way. So the more I've seen, the more I learned and realised that if they've lied to us about our history, then what else have they lied to us about? So I always go by, the first rule is everything they tell us is a lie. That's rule number one. Rule number two is see rule number one, and that's it. That's where I'm at. So everything that comes out of the TV, the radio, the internet, which is more internet, everybody just looks online. online nowadays is all just fashioned and edited and CGI'd and played out and acted and staged to manipulate the public in every way they see fit to suit their agenda. So this is where I'm at. I've just got to get it out there. I've got to help out with the movement. Anything that's going to be political, we're going to be talking about what's going on at the moment, with regards to what's happening in the world. Then that'll all be on Rumble. But anything, mostly anything to do with hidden history, I'll probably just put it on YouTube. So today I'm going to be going out to taking some footage. I'm going to be driving out to a place called Wither Hills and his-tory Valley, if I've pronounced that correctly. Sorry if there's any Kiwis watching and I've said it wrong. You have to bear with me. So I'll be going out there with my camera. I've got a Panasonic Luminex 4K camera. I'll be taking some video footage, some pictures, and I'll be bringing it back and I'll be uploading it onto YouTube. And I'm going to be sharing it with a friend of mine who I've met in the truth community. And his channel is called 007. His name is Richie. And there's also another lady called Really Roxanne. And they have teamed together, made another channel called The Wide Awake Show. What they do is the content that they talk about, they can't talk about it on YouTube. So what they do is they introduce it onto YouTube, and then they switch over to Rumble. So they'll mostly be on Rumble, but it's really, really good. The things that they talk about is very, very matter of fact, and they've got some really, really awesome footage that you just can't argue with. So if there's anybody out there that's doubting any of the narrative that's being told to us at the moment about anything, then you really need to go and watch The Wide Awake Show with Richie and Really Roxanne, and you won't be disappointed. It's quite a new channel, so they're up and coming. They've had a couple of good guests on, so I won't delve too much into it, but not on here. But it's definitely worth a watch. But anyway, the point is, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Richie at some point, hopefully over the next couple of days, and we'll be looking at the footage looking and reviewing the footage that I take today, and we're going to do some share screen of some parts of New Zealand and talk about that. But it will probably end up on Rumble, because we'll probably end up talking about other stuff as well. So so I just want to say thank you to the likes of David Icke and Jordan Maxwell for helping me on my awakening journey, because it was them two mainstream truthers that really got me into this. I mean, I've moved on from their material, but if you're new to this, then Jordan Maxwell and David Icke, very, very good place to start before you start delving into hidden history, because you have to know, firstly, how and why they've lied to us. And David Icke and Jordan Maxwell cover a lot of that. You won't agree with all the stuff that they talk of, and you don't have to. But the important thing is, when they break down the banking system and the media and the government, that's the important bit. And anything else, you can you can disregard whatever you want. So it doesn't matter, because it's a good place to start, because it's some bloody good information that they've got, and it's stood the test of time. David Icke stuff, I don't care what anybody says about David Icke. His information, a lot of it has stood the test of time. So, whether he is who he says he is, or what his intentions are, or whether he's got an agenda behind it, it doesn't matter. The information he gives out is detrimental to your awakening process. So, yeah, if you're new to it, that's what you need to go and do. But go and watch his early videos. Go to Iconic. Buy his books. He's got about, I don't know, he must have 15 books at least that he's wrote. Jordan Maxwell, he has his own website, and you can become, last I looked, you can become a lifetime member of his website for about $40. That's in New Zealand money. You're a lifetime member. You can just log in, go back to his site, and he's uploaded new stuff as far as I know. And you could probably spend a year just looking through his site. There's that much on there, so that's also good. But again, depending on what avenue you're going to go down, there's only so much you're going to get from it. Same with David Icke, there's only so much you're going to get from it. But if you want to understand the banking system, the legal system, the law, the government, and how it's all been manipulated to suit the controllers, then that's where you need to start. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.